This process is known as the electron transport chain, and it occurs in your mitochondria within your cells. The membrane you see here is called the inner mitochondrial membrane. Above the membrane is the inner membrane space, and below the membrane is called the matrix. The structures within the membrane are called membrane proteins, and each membrane protein has a specific structure and function. The electron transport chain starts here on the left when NADH and FADH deliver two things. They deliver electrons and hydrogen ions. The electrons are going to move through these membrane proteins and push those hydrogen ions into the inner membrane space. This creates a high concentration of hydrogen ions in the inner membrane space. At the end of this electron transport chain, the electrons are going to bind to an oxygen atom and two hydrogen atoms to form water. So the final electron acceptor in the electron transport chain is oxygen. Now, since there's a high concentration of hydrogen ions in the inner membrane space compared to the matrix, there's going to be a more positive charge in the inner membrane space compared to the matrix. So the hydrogen ions are going to want to move through this enzyme, which is known as ATP synthase. As the hydrogen ions move through this enzyme, ATP synthase is going to spin. As this enzyme spins, it's going to bond a phosphate group onto a DP. This will make ADP into an ATP molecule. So the whole goal of the electron transport chain is to make a proton gradient between the inner membrane space and the matrix. The process of moving these ions to produce ATP is specifically known as chemiosmosis.